Hello there. Come on in and sit down with me for a minute. I'm Jen, aka the Awakened Jen, and I'm just taking a look at the energy coming at us for this next week, April 12th through the 18th. This week is building towards a new moon in Aries on the 17th, and you can really start feeling it. This is the initiation energy. This is bold, forward moving, I'm not waiting anymore energy. And then we add the angel numbers that keep showing up for me 444 and 717. 444 is telling us that we are being guided and supported as we build something stable. And 717 says that we are being asked to trust ourselves and take aligned action. So then when we look at the cards, all of that is actually matching the energy that is coming out just from the astrology and the angel numbers that have already come through. And so again, this week, it's just building on the weeks that we've already had. And so, we've been in this evaluation period, especially in our relationships, in which we just had that full moon in Libra, which was like really highlighting what was working and what's not working in our relationships. And, we've been getting more and more clear about, the life that we're wanting to live. And so now this week we're looking into this is the time that we're actually ready to take action, because the overall energy of this week is the Ace of Wands. And so this is the driving force. This is like, I know what I need to do now. It's the inspired action that's coming in. But what's initiating it is the Lover's energy. And so this is where you've gotten so clear about what it is that you actually want. And that's a very hard question for most of us to answer. But like I said, that full moon really, really illuminated, especially for the relationships, what it is that you actually desire in your relationships. And now then, you're ready to take action on that. There's no more holding back. And that's what this Knight of Wands is actually telling us. This is, I have to go. I have to do this. I don't even care how I do this. I just know that I cannot stay in this other energy now that I know that, like, I know exactly the direction I want to go. So, it's just like, it's restless energy that's been building. I know what to do now. I know what I want. I know which way I want to go. And so the challenge, though, comes with this Five of Wands energy. So Five of Wands is that's the other people around you. So not everybody is going to be happy with the decisions that you make, especially when you're, making changes in relationships. And so what works for one person may not be working for the other person. And when you remove what works for one person from them, it usually doesn't go over very well. So don't be surprised if there is, some friction, if there's some resistance, or even some competition as to, what when you make the decision to start moving towards your aligned desires. Don't be surprised if there's people who are, like still hanging on and trying to prevent you from doing that. But once we make this decision and actually start working towards it, the opportunity is this King of Pentacles. And this King of Pentacles was actually very important in last week's reading, because this was what we were like kind of evaluating against. We're trying to create something that is very stable and secure and safe in all kinds of ways, but especially our, physical reality. We want it to be something that, we can feel really stable and secure in. And so that's why we've been evaluating, are the relationships feeding into that, or are they draining from that? And so this brings us back to the opportunity of actually having our stability again, which is very important. So you get your stability, you also get the desires of your heart. And so, that's why it's time to take action. That's why we're taking the action, because it's getting us into the alignment of what actually works for us, what is stable for us, and what is, again, the desires of our heart. So now that we know kind of like, here's what's going on, we need to know what we need to do with this energy. And so I am going to pull more cards on this, just to get some deeper, not clarity, but just deeper understanding and guidance about what we need to do from this point forward. And so we are using Mysteries of the Deep Tarot this week. I think they are absolutely beautiful cards. And we're looking at what is our best move forward this week. And we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is really asking you to look at the commitments that you are making. What are you committing yourself to long term? And so this is like, this is your belief systems. This is your morals. This is, like, this is your alignment. And so have you committed yourself to the things that are actually in full alignment with you? Or do we need to reevaluate those contracts, reevaluate those commitments? And so, I mean, I do feel like that there are some soul contracts that are getting like brought up again, to for review with this energy. And it's just, are you sure that this is still what you want? What energy do we need to embody to move through this well? We have the Knight of Pentacles. So once you make your decision, you need to continue to show up for it. You need to, like, day in, day out, you do the things no matter how hard it gets. Because remember, this right here, this Five of Wands energy is going to try to prevent you from being able to do what it is that you're actually wanting to do. But this says, I am dedicated. This says, I am showing up for myself no matter what. I am going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing, no matter how long it takes, no matter, what it takes. I am going to keep moving forward towards the desires of my heart. So what does this situation look like 1 week from now if nothing changes? We have the King of Cups. So the emotional current is just going to keep growing. And so the King of Cups, when he's balanced, he's very emotionally intelligent. He's very calm and stable. But when he's out of balance, that's when it's just like a typhoon of emotions going around you. And it's just like they all come out and you don't know how to quite hold them because there's so much of them. And so that's why it's important to get yourself into real alignment so that you can be at that higher octave. Because when you're out of alignment and your body senses that, that brings you down into this lower vibrational energy where you are fighting, where it feels like the storm is surrounding you instead of it's something that you are able to hold and calm from within. And so what can we do differently starting now that ensures that we make it to that higher octave of this King of Cups energy? We have the Eight of Cups. So this is releasing the things that no longer serve you so that you can be in full alignment of your true path. So this isn't about leaving things that are still, of value, and they're even still meant for you, because if it's not on your path, it's not actually meant for you. And so these are the things that we need to, start leaving behind. It's just thoughts, people, experiences, whatever is like, it's keeping you from your highest octave. That's what it's in alignment with you. And so, I mean, there is definitely release. We're seeing this moon here as well. This full moon really had impact. What can we do right now if we want to feel peace in this situation? We have the Tower. So a lot of times we try everything we can to prevent towers from happening because towers don't feel good. But in this situation, trying to control the collapse is actually what's causing you to be the most out of balance, the most, out of peace. You can't control this. And so it's allowing what is not aligned to collapse, because that's the other part of the tower energy is nothing falls away that is actually meant to stay. And so, it just, I always feel towers almost like this dog shaking off, like, and it's just like whatever still stays, it was meant to stay. Anything that was loose was, this is the realignment. That's the part that wasn't supposed to go with you. And so instead of fighting, the tower, we're going to start, just allow it to happen, allow the collapse to happen. It doesn't feel good, but once you get to the other side of it, that's where you have fresh ground to start building again. All right, so I'm going to stop here, but I have pulled cards to go even deeper. So if you want to go deeper with this, the extended reading is available below. And if you're feeling called to work with me more personally or to explore the tools that I've created, you'll find that down in the description box below as well. And so until next week, take care and make good, aligned, and healthy choices.